Flight. The warden car jumps into the air, pressing me down into my seat. After the smooth ride of the limo, it's like being on a hoverboard. We lurch into a sickening turn, veering southward down the coast. My radar's out, Cole yells. That's what that was. I look back at the smoking antenna on the rear hatch. My mistake. Anyone following us? Cole asks. Not yet, Tio says from the back, strapping Zura into her seat. Since when can you fly a hover car, Cole? I've been practicing. Cole's voice drops a little. On a simulator. On a what? Tio cries. I can take off and fly pretty well. Landing's the tricky part. As long as Zura wakes up before we run out of juice, we'll be fine. The car jolts to the left, slewing inland for a long seconds before Cole gets it under control. We're going to die, Tio yells. Just a wind shear off the ocean, Cole says grimly. His right hand is white-knuckled on the flight stick. I reach out, brushing my fingertips across the clenched muscles on his arms. You're doing great. This feels just like the simulator. He spares me a glance and a smile, except more dizzy-making. The car buckles again beneath us, then dives for an awful moment towards the cliff. Cole wrestles with the flight stick until we're straight and level again. Maybe get out of this ocean wind, I say. I have to stay on the coast. I don't know how else to navigate. So we don't know where we're going, Tio yells. The code book's got a map, I say. I'll navigate. Right, Cole says, and pushes the stick left. Thanks. We slip across the coastal cliffs, over the rainforest, and finally onto a desert spotted with encroachments of white weed. The air steadies around us. I pull my hand from Cole's arm, take a deep breath. At last I can think about what I did back there. I've shown my face, Rafi's face, to wardens looking for kidnappers. And right before we attacked, they saw Tio emerging from my limo. There's no way this doesn't make the feeds, even in Shrev. I've told my sister I'm alive. Tonight, she won't go to sleep thinking that she'll always be alone. She'll know I'm okay. She'll know I'm coming for her. My father will also figure out it was me, of course, and that I'm working with the Palafoxes, but that's fine with me. I'm coming for him, too. The other Paz wardens don't follow us. It's hard to blame them. We overwhelmed 3 of their officers using a pulse knife and a special, a military-grade attack. And maybe Paz doesn't want to shoot down a car carrying the first daughter of Shrev. They remember what happened to the last city that made my father angry. An hour into the flight, Tio says, I missed the limo. There was food and way better coffee, and we could watch the feeds when flying got boring. You call this boring, Cole mutters. His fist is still tight around the flight stick. My eyes are glued to the code book. Our glowing blue dot is making its way south toward the rally point. By now, what's left of the Victorian army is there waiting for us. Instead of running, being hunted, soon we'll do some hunting of our own. The sensory is okay, Tio says, but I'd rather watch the feeds going after Frey's dad. He's gone from war criminal to kidnapper to car thief. Paz doesn't have a real army, I say. He doesn't care about them, but this is the first time Rafi's been part of anything like a kidnapping. It'll look like he's turning her into a war criminal. That's bad for him at home. Cole glances over at me. Won't it be bad for her too? In the long run, but at least she knows I'm alive. Our underbelly brushes the canopy of the jungle, making us all jump. We're trying to stay low and out of sight. Warden cars don't have camo skin. I wonder if the Shrev army is searching for us. My father knows I'm a danger to him, but does he want his entire military learning his oldest secret? A groan comes from the back seat. Zura, Tio says, good to have you back. I turn to look. Her head is in her hands, and her beautiful face is pale. What happened? Stun cannon, I say. The car shot you after you took out the wardens. I'm sick of cars with brains. She looks out the window at the trees flashing past. We got away, I see. We're not completely helpless without you, Cole says. I guess not, sir. A wan smile crosses Zura's face. How far are we from the rally point? 8 hours, plus recharging time. Cole turns back to face her. Do you suppose you could, take over? I haven't learned how to land yet. Zura takes a slow breath. Lucky I woke up then.